for them, it seems like they're building on some good things. And for the Bears, they're also coming off a good weekend. Big victory at USF on the road. 6 goals with 5 different goal scorers for the Bears. So both teams with something to prove here in their 3rd preseason matchup in the last 3 years. So should be a good one for us today.
And it is already kicked off. Match underway here. It's a beautiful day here in Berkeley, California. You couldn't ask for a more picturesque atmosphere for Thursday afternoon soccer. The Titans already are looking to move the ball around, and just a chip over the top there that makes its way to touch. And teams are just beginning to feed each other out, but you can tell that this match, Keely, is critical for both teams early in the season.
Yeah, especially that both of these teams actually play quite a few of the same opponents despite being in different conferences. Fullerton has quite a few ACC teams on their preseason roster, and they actually, a couple of those are coming up after this one. Ooh.
Strong collision there. Courtney Boone ran into the side board there. And that one, it's not a lot of real estate beyond the touch line there, and she ran out of it. Looks like she's okay. Walks away from that and collects herself and looks to re-engage play with a free kick.
Yeah, we've talked about that wall. It can be a little bit dangerous, actually. That unknown opponent for both sides have to keep an eye out for.
Starting lineups for both teams. For Cal State Fullerton, in goal, 00, Ranson. Number 6, in the midfield, Carla Rodriguez. Number 7, Kaylee Noble, forward. Number 10, Isabel Cruz in midfield, a junior. Number 11, McKenna McGill, forward, a senior, 5'8". Number 12, Olivia Peraza, in midfield, senior. Number 15, Sky Johnson, a defender. Number 17, Kaylin Raybone. Number 20, Kayla Oliveira. Ball's ripped over, sorry. Number 21, Taya Tonzel. Number 30, Lauren Turner. Cal State Fullerton are coached by head coach Damian Brown, who's in his 18th season and as head coach and 19th overall at Cal State Fullerton. For the Golden Bears, in goal, 00, Kelly McManus. Number 3, Maya Daly. Number 8, Alexis Wright, in defense. Listed as a defense here, but actually plays forward, Keely, right?
Yeah.
And number 12, Carly Lima, forward. Number 14, Malia McMahon. Number 17, Alexis Kloss in the midfield. Number 19, Courtney Boone, defender. Number 22, Julia Leontini. Number 25, Campbell Carroll. Number 29, Skylar Briggs in the defense. And number 39, Noelle Bond Flasher. The Golden Bears are coached by head coach Neil McGuire, who's in his 18th season here at the University of California, Berkeley.
Should be a good matchup today, too. These teams have matched up quite a bit and have kind of gone back and forth. The Titans secured victory in their last matchup last preseason, which was also here at Edwards Stadium. They beat the Bears 1-0 in a close matchup, that goal coming off a penalty kick. So definitely something to prove if you're the Bears at home again.
You can see some early touches, Keely. Ball being controlled really nicely by the Titans in the box. Ball being knocked back to teammates to potentially set up a shot. But you can see that they are well coached, and this is going to be a really good match. You can see technically and tactically, these teams are playing at a high standard.
Yeah, both of these teams know the importance of the game today. Getting a little deeper into the preseason. For the Bears, ACC play kicks off in just 4 games after this, so it's time to start kind of getting into everything. So,
and the Titans are introduced to the speed of Carly Lima, who finds a player, teammate. Oh, it's there.
Interesting right there. That was, if you're watching, you're probably a little confused, as are we a little bit in the booth there. Good work by Lima. It looked like the Fullerton back line tried to clear that out for a corner, not far enough. Lima comes around the corner. Like you said, see a bit of that speed. She's able to get a good cross in. And then ball kind of falls to the Fullerton keeper, Ransom. And then it looks like Alexis Wright kind of came in and tried to knock that one loose, and it ends up in the back of the net. But ref pulls the flag up and calls that one back. So
it's actually
still
Alexis
0-0.
Kloss who made the shot.
Yeah.
That ended up becoming a sort of a pass of sorts that Wright tried to get the end of. But I think early on in this match, you see a theme that we've seen in the matches that we've watched. Keely, Carly Lima is a force to be reckoned with, and if the Cal State Fullerton team, didn't know about her speed from the scout, they felt it just now as Sky Johnson matched up with her there in the defensive third for the Titans.
Yeah, it's not something you play around with. She is so quick and elusive quickness, I think. We've seen her time and time again already in this short 4 games come around the outside defender and win a ball that she looks like she has no shot at. Seen a little bit from Fullerton. They're showing off some of their offensive prowess as well.
Good work there by the Golden Bears. Did a little shielding, we call it in soccer, just shielding the ball there so that the defender, so that the attacker could not get around her. I guess if in basketball terms, it would be sort of like boxing out a little bit, right? Ball's whipped in, headed away by Boone, but only as far as the Titans midfield, who spray it around to Johnson. Johnson to Perez.
Good clearance there by Boone. Comes out, beats her player to the edge of the box and just clears that out for the Bears. She's so dominant in the aerial game and crucial in a game like this. Cal State Fullerton is a team that is always aggressive, wins a lot of balls, so it's important for the Bears to get on some of those early while they can.
Campbell Carroll there at left back, making her presence felt early in the match. This ball squared over in a dangerous location. The rebound lands. Wright clearing. Titans having some early success. Carly Lima defending as well, puts in a strong tackle. Referee calls a foul.
And that service there was from number 17, Kaylin Raybon, who's was the Titans' leading scorer last year from outside back.
Wow.
That defense to offensive threat that they have, their coach and staff and have talked a lot about what she's done for them, not even just as a defender, but actually for their offense. Although she's played outside back last year and still plays in the right back position, she loves to get up and really dangerous. So definitely something I'm sure the Bears scouted when they were prepping for this game, watching her come up kind of around the outside, but saw a little taste of it there. I'm sure we'll see more from her later.
Yeah, Raybon is a junior, Laguna Niguel, California native, attended Aliso Niguel High School, and coaches always enjoy fullbacks that can assist on both sides of the ball, and Raybon has a reputation as such based on her scoring prowess last season.
Yeah, and that's no easy feat. That's a lot of running to get all the way up and down that flank. So players that are able to do that definitely stand out, and their high-level fitness. Those are your players that are definitely scoring high on those beep tests.
Early on in this match, you're seeing Julia Leontini with just a number of subtle touches that suggest that her confidence is high. And it should be, Keely. You and I were both at the match on Sunday at USF, just enjoying the match on the sidelines as fans, right, as supporters. But Leontini scored a girl that got me off my feet. I had to say Leontini. It was a brilliant finish. That type of finish that you go into the next match feeling really confident. What are your thoughts on that, Keely?
Oh, yeah. That it was. I would call that a banger.
Oh, it was a banger.
For sure. Definitely a banger. Kind of out of nowhere, too. I think she even caught the USF back line kind of sleeping, keeper and all. That was a good 30 yards out. Just absolutely lit one up and just, I think it might even skim the crossbar. It was
a humdinger.
It was.
That was a glorious finish. It's interesting. I told her I wished I had kept my camera running just a little bit long because I was recording it from a great angle. And before she shot, I said, "Go be great," and great she was. I wish I could have been on the call, but the commentators did a great job. Or you could say it's Niantini.
Yeah.
It was great. So she's coming to this match confident, a graduate student engaged in a master's program here with Dr. Derek Van Rienen, and I knew Dr. Derek Van Rienen would be proud of that finish of his program student there. So well done to her, and well done to the Golden Bears for a strong win. That 6-1 win was a really impressive performance.
Yeah, I think there's something about the confidence, too, that you build with a big win like that. Being able to score multiple goals, get so many people involved, and not even just involved in scoring goals, but get people on the field. In that matchup, the Bears were able to get, I would want to say, at least 75% of their players out on the field for some amount of time. Just get people experience comfortability, people coming back from injury. We saw a couple girls who've been out have a chance to get some minutes and just get comfortable, and I think that's crucial, especially later in the season. You're going to need to call on some of these girls to give them touches early on to just start getting comfortable. That's huge. You got to see Kaylin Bloom and Jordan Young back from ACLs, an injury that's plagued so many across this program and so many others. So to see them get out there, a special moment for them and as well as Cal fans. So a great way to go into this weekend series for Cal, coming off that big win, and got to see a lot of different offensive threats for them. 5 different goal scorers. We keep touching on it because it's a big deal. So Leontini just one of those, but I will say hers was nothing less of a banger, and I know she had some involvement in some other goals as well, so her confidence is high, as well as Carly Lima, who's back on the ball now. She can't be found without the ball for too long, and she's having herself quite the season so far in this early, just 4 games of the 2024 season.
Also great to see Maddie Gams make her debut on Sunday as well. So the Golden Bears are coming in good form. Ball was whipped over by Leontini. Safely taken in the arms of Ransom. Ransom sprays it out wide to re-engage the attack for the Titans, who in short order are now in the defensive third of the Golden Bears. Looking to do some work there down the right flank and whipping the ball over, but it's defended well by Carroll, who knocks it out for a corner. That is the first corner for the Titans.
Yep. Coming into the almost 14th minute. And that was, I got to see a little bit of action from McKenna McGill, junior forward for Cal State Fullerton. She was named to the all-first team Big West last season and looking to build on that in her junior year this year.
Left-footed in swinging corner. It's played to the near post. Briggs meets it and knocks it out for a throw. We're inside the 14th minute here in Berkeley, California. If you joined us late, you listen to the Voice of Cal Soccer with Dr. Ty Douglas and Key Lee Roy in an important tussle between two teams looking to push on this season and take another step in their journeys to glory. And the score is currently 0-0, but the interchange would suggest that it may not last very long, or at least at the very end of the match. I expect that we'll at least have one goal, Keely.
That would be my guess. We've already seen some opportunities for both teams getting inside the box. It might be one right here.
Alexis Wright, well defended by Johnson. Boone recovering.
See that good closing speed by Courtney Boone there, wearing the 19. She's very quick recovering to get the ball. And
that's a good-looking shot. Well taken. But McManus saw it all the way. But you can see also, Keely, it doesn't take long for the Titans to go from defense to attack. At least twice already in the first 15 minutes. We've seen a quick restart, often starting from Ranson or from a defender who moves the ball quickly to the midfield area, and in short order, they're bearing down on the Golden Bears go. I wonder if that's a tactic that Coach Brown and their staff have thought about for this match, but at the very least, we've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, and then I wanted to highlight that shot from number 7, Kaylee Noble, the sophomore forward, who is the Big West Offensive Player of the Week in Week 1. So they had a couple Player of the Week awards already, making the most of this early start to the season.
Good looking work in the midfield there.
Here's Noble again.
McKenna McGill listed as a forward, but seeing her drop a little deeper. Forward there, 5'8", from Huntington Beach, California. Transfer from Washington State.
Our once fellow Pac-12 rival. No longer.
So chances are she will be quite familiar with the Golden Bears. Perhaps you've played against her
I probably have,
a time or two, Keely.
Good clearance there by Daly. Just knock that one out, at least at a harm's danger for a minute. We're seeing the Cal State Fullerton's been aggressive so far. Already got a couple shots, not all of them on frame, but you see them working there. You can see they definitely they're energized to get forward and attack and get numbers going that direction.
Ball being swept around the back line with some lovely passes. Right foot, left foot, great technique. Goalkeeper comfortable with the ball at her feet. Just good to see. High quality soccer tactics, also technique, and nothing less than what you would expect from a Neil McGuire coach team. And Coach Damian Brown, likewise, has prepared his team effectively for this match.
Yeah, these teams, despite not being in the same conference, actually have a lot of matchups against each other. So, although every season's different, they have a little bit of familiarity. Matched up last season, as well as the last 2 seasons before that. I mentioned Cal State Fullerton got the better of the Bears on that last matchup, which was also at Edwards Field. So, if you're rooting for the Bears or on that Bears side, you know the importance of getting a win today, because it always sucks to lose at home, and it always is a bummer to lose to the same team 2 times in back-to-back seasons. So I know they have a little chip on their shoulder, I'm sure, coming into today. Something to prove.
This could be a challenge. This could be an opportunity for Carly Lima, making her way, bearing down on goal, having the opportunity to perhaps shoot with her left. She does, she shoots, and it's saved by Ranson. Good recovery defending there to put Carly Lima under a little bit of pressure. She had to get the ball under control. She was in behind, but was able to be caught from behind as she sought to control the ball and run onto Ranson, who took that one pretty cleanly. Definitely a dangerous moment, but I think that they recovered well after what put them in a pretty uncomfortable situation.
Yes, I thought that would have been a better opportunity for the Bears with Lima's speed and her comfortability in that area. I was nervous for the Fullerton backline right away with that ball bouncing and Lima bearing down. Definitely an area of strength for her. She's able to, not surprisingly, get a touch on that, kind of flick it over, and she's on to goal. It seemed like her touch kind of caught her up a little bit. Otherwise, I think she would have been likely off to the races, but good work by the Fullerton backline. That was Townsell there to keep that one out of goal, and then Ranson.
A well-worked free kick there.
Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah. Their second. Looked like that was something that they had worked on in the training ground. Maybe they saw something on the film that suggested that could be a way to exploit the Golden Bears' defense, resulting in a corner. similar to basketball, Keely, it's also about matchups, right? Right? It's about getting your players in
Definitely.
positions that they could exploit opportunities. And that's a good-looking cross. Good-looking corner there for the Titans.
That was a good ball, whipped into such a dangerous area, like in between the 6-yard box and that goal line is such especially on the back end, is so tough to defend and just so dangerous. Anything can really tap that in so easily. Good work there by McManus to try to kind of get something on it, and then is aided by the whistle to allow a kick to clear it out fully.
Some good work there by Fullerton. Once again, the shielding that we talked about earlier. That time, she was pivoting on the ball. Looks like number 11.
McKenna McGill, she looks
said her name
pretty
already.
Unhappy with that call there. She's standing right in front of this one. A little bit of defiance. Ref's going to stop this and come have a chat with her.
She has to give them 10 yards. For those who are less familiar, that's why the refs usually at times will spray the, I guess, shaving cream or whatever on the ground to indicate 10 yards. That actually doesn't look like 10 yards, Keely. But,
No,
she's not right directly in front of the bowl, so maybe she's all right.
I will say, when it's farther back, I've noticed it seems less of an emphasis to be exactly 10 yards. You notice when it's close to goal, they always walk out exactly 10 yards. And when it's farther back, once you get a good enough amount of yards back, the ref's like, all right, you got enough room to kick it. Get going already. See a little bit more aerial play from both teams, which I think is a little different than what we see from the Bears, what we've seen from the Bears so far this season. I think partially could be part of the matchup here.
Right, coming back to assist and cover. Got to defend, total defending. There, the Golden Bears wide players showing a willingness to defend. Lima. Lima's fouled there. One thing about the early runs, Keely, as well, is that it puts defenders on notice that this is a player that may be a challenge as relates to her speed or her guile or her capacity to get past you. And so, you will find that, there may be a little nudge or a little push or a little knock to slow the player down in the midfield or further away from the goal, because you know that if they get anywhere proximate to the goal, they're in, right? So you see some early defending there from, almost near halfway to slow down Carly Lima, who has already matched her goal output for the 2023 season, Keely. In a very short order, she has shown that she is here to play this season.
Senior year, starting off with a bang. 4 goals already, tying her 2023 season total, and we're only 4 matches in, which is crazy to think, what could be for her. Ooh, good little ball here. Not much of a sweat for Ransom there. She comes out and they come out, grab that one.
Boone sort of claps her hands and, a little disappointment with herself, feeling that she maybe kicked that one a little bit too long. On free kicks like that, you want to put it maybe a little bit further out, closer to the penalty spot, to the goalkeeper. It's sort of, they call it, I'll use a gender neutral term, no person's land, right? Some people call it no man's land or no woman's land, right? That in between range, right, where it's more difficult for a goalkeeper to come out and really get to the ball. But anything closer to goal, typically the keeper is going to go and grab that. And so Boone recognized that and expressed a little disappointment with herself, knowing that she wanted to put the ball in the mixer, as we say, a little more dangerous area.
Yeah, for sure. She's a player who is so committed and is hard on herself, and you can see on the field she wants it so bad for her team.
It's good work by Leontini, who's finding Lima, who's threatening to shoot. Little fake, and then takes a shot that's blocked, going only as far as Briggs, who's looking and crossing to Leontini, who flicks it.
Could have been, that looked dangerous there. I like the idea for the flick. She had Kloss running in, just a little out of her path.
Bonflasher to Daly. Daly with a defender bearing down, number 11 again. McGill making her presence felt and disrupting the build-up slightly with her defensive effort. Golden Bears now having a little bit of possession. Daly with a little bit of a loose touch, and the ball is now being pushed down the center of the pitch by Noble, who is looking to get past 2 defenders, but not able to do so. And now the ball is going the other direction with Leontini now with space, moving to her left. and seeking to spray the ball wide to Bun Flesher.
It's the game of soccer, that counterattack, it change of direction so quick, and 1 second you're on your heels, the next you're off to goal. Seen a little bit about that for both sides so far, but the Bears have had a good amount of the possession so far. You see them building well. I'm sure that's something that Coach Neal has been preaching and is enjoying seeing, and it's been fairly successful as they have had some good opportunities. Oh, here's Leontini.
Nice ball in between. Leontini spraying the ball beautifully to right. Right holds the ball up, looking to get a crossover, whips it over. That's a goal kick there. She'd be disappointed with that one. Ball skewed off her foot. At the very least, she would have hoped for a corner there, but instead, it's a goal kick.
This one will be taken by the center back, Townsell. You don't always see that. A lot of times have your keeper take those, but they're going to look to build out with her.
Ball played over the top. Flicked over Carroll. Carroll recovering. Corner there for the Titans. Titans have been able to find some joy getting a number of corners early on here.
Corner kick, Fullerton.
Yeah, they've been pretty successful, you know, working around the corner, in and around those corner areas. They haven't been able to get crosses off, but they have been able to create opportunities through getting corners, which is an art in itself. So see what they can do here. Maybe they'll. Looks like this will be a service.
That's a good cross. McManus gets her hands on it.
Good little tip there by McManus just to kind of keep that out of that central area. There was a couple girls waiting in the back post. If that one had slipped through, could have been a different story.
Coach Brown held on to the ball. Looking like he's waiting for someone in particular to come to throw it. Perhaps a long throw specialist, maybe?
Didn't see it on the scout, but we don't have everything here. We're not in the locker room, so.
She came a long way for that throw. I wondered whether there was something in particular.
I mean, you never know. The thing is, it's that soccer is a game where it is kind of free-flowing, but at the same time, there is, anytime the ball is there's a restart, there's an opportunity for some kind of set play. And throw-ins are one of those areas that you don't see a lot of set plays, but most teams do have one set play off the throw-in, you know, in a case that you need one, and maybe you have someone that has kind of a longer throw. Another corner here.
McGill earns it. We've said her name a number of times already. McGill is one to watch in this match.
Yeah, definitely making McManus work here.
Ball's whipping. That's a dangerous corner.
Oh, the ref's gonna
that ball there is, I mean, it's just floating right into a really dangerous area. Coach Brown is jumping on the sideline there. He looked hopeful with that one. Surely he's remonstrating just slightly there, but
a little frustration over the call by the referee. He obviously, you want that ball to stay live if you're him. That's a great ball whipped in by the right foot of Kaylee Noble. And I actually, when it was in flight, I actually thought it might have had a chance of curling in on its own, but kind of didn't curve quite as much as it had looked like. But still a dangerous opportunity. Cal's fortunate to kind of have that one get called off, although they did have a good amount of defensive presence on the backside.
Substitution for the Golden Bears, entering the game, number 13, Belize King. She replaces number 39, Noelle Bond Flesher.
Belize King joined the match for the first time today. King actually scored the last time she was on the pitch for the Golden Bears against USF. King, a forward, 5'6" senior from Moreno Valley, California. Part of a really strong senior class. Group of ladies here who have enjoyed each other. I've enjoyed seeing them. They've been here as long as I've been here at Cal Keeley, and so it's great to see Belize join the match, and even early now looking to turn
Yeah, King is
Substitution for
someone who I
Fullerton, entering the game,
really
number
think has
13,
shown so much
Sal
development over her
Kozinovic.
college career, which I think is what
And
you,
number 30,
especially as a coach, that's what you want to
Fullerton,
see is
replace
when you
number
get a
12,
player, see
Olivia
them
Peraza, and
continue to
number 20,
improve every
Kayla
single year,
Alvear.
and I think she's someone that totally fits that description. Super athletic and has just continued to build in her impact on this team and has been so dangerous getting around the corner, using that speed, as well as kind of being elusive to turn around defenders. So great to see her making an impact off the bench as well, which is a tough thing to do. You know, you can get cold kind of sitting and some of those nerves, but she's been an impact player every time we've seen her come on so far. So it's good to see that for the Bears. You have to go to your bench, especially later in the season. So knowing you have that kind of depth is huge if you're Coach McGuire. And this might be another corner.
Fullerton has earned their 6th corner.
A lot of corners to only be 30, just almost into 30 minutes here.
There's a theme there, Keely. I mean, you don't earn 6 corners by osmosis. I mean, there's
no
something's
accident.
happening. Something is brewing. They're doing something right where they've been able to win 6 corners in the course of 30 minutes. That's a lot of corners.
Yeah, it is, and every set piece, especially corner, is a dangerous opportunity for the most part, and it's not something you want if you're the Golden Bears. So they're working to keep these out, but it's always hard.
It's another good cross. This one eludes everyone. A little bit too long.
We've seen some dangerous balls whipped in, though. That's always a tough area to defend, and the Bears have conceded on a free kick on a corner specifically before, so it's good to see that seems like they may probably put some emphasis on organizing their defensive plays for that as well.
McManus finds Lima, who does some good work, turns on the Jets. Shields. It's being howled a little bit by a defender there and threw up her arms to let the referee know. Ball secured over. It's a good looking effort. Cross. King there at the back post. Just
substitution for the Golden Bears.
Maybe a mistime there, Keely.
Yeah, I think you probably want that one back if you're King and the Bears, but I love the build-up play from Cal. You know, starts with Lima kind of driving. She sees that she doesn't have great numbers. She decides to pull it back, and then the ball's sprayed across to, I think that was Carroll coming up from the back line. She gets Alexis right in early. She's able to get a good service in, and Lima can't quite get to that, but then you got King on the back post, and it's definitely hard with a bouncing ball to keep over it, but, you know, she just came in. Always good to see someone come off the bench getting touches right away, so there'll be more opportunities like that, and it's good to that movement is definitely, I'm sure, something that the Bears have been working on, and you see that evolution even just from the first couple games we watched. They didn't have as much coordination even getting runners in the box and on the ball at this point in games.
Keith, you had a chance to talk to the coaching staffs of both teams. Any other insights? Any other insights from Coach Neil McGuire? Anything that you want to share that will be helpful as we enter the 33rd minute of this match with the score 0-0?
Coach McGuire was just excited. A great weekend for the Bears, coming off that big victory at USF. He was excited to get multiple new players on the score sheet, as well as just get players in the game who maybe haven't had a chance to play yet. And he just mentioned, you know, it's hard with how important even these preseason games are, but it's also important, he said to him, you know, to get these players in and get them experience, especially those coming back from injury. So he was very glad they had that opportunity to give players just an opportunity to get their feet wet. So that was an exciting moment for the Bears. And
Briggs shooting, hits Leontini. Leontini turns and shoots it for left, just going just past the right upright there. Didn't really trouble Ranson too much, but it's like you like to see that we need to get a shot off. We've had 5 shots thus far for the Golden Bears, 2 shots for Fullerton.
Yep. little bit of a long throw there from Asha McClin. She just came in from the Bears on that left outside back.
Good clearance there that finds King. King's touch not going exactly where I think she wanted it to go. Leontini recovers.
Yeah, the Bears look really comfortable moving the ball around. I feel like just even from the beginning of the season, seeing more possession into different areas, not just swinging around the back, but getting it into the Leontini in the midfield, kind of knocking it through there, switching the point of attack. Things that just as they settle in and continue to build and the confidence they have coming off of this weekend's victory, you can see that they feel more comfortable. I mean, don't want to get too comfortable with this Fullerton offense, but it is a good sign of maybe where things are heading.
And where things are heading for the Golden Bears is to an ACC schedule, Keely, where 7 ACC schools finished in the top 25 of the final 2023 U.S. Soccer Coaches Poll. And this includes national champion FSU and Cal's arch rival Stanford.
Yeah, fortunately for the Bears, they do not have Florida State on their lineup. I am empathetic to any team that does, really. They're such a powerhouse. But that does mean you likely have to match up with them in ACC tournament play, and that's always a formidable opponent. But that's not the only tough team in this conference. There's a lot of very talented teams that many of which have had consecutive playoff
Corner
runs.
kick, Golden Bears.
I think Cal's first test likely comes in that later September against Wake Forest, who's ranked a little bit above them in the ACC preseason polling. So that's on September 22nd at Wake Forest. That should be a good test to kind of see where Cal's at in this new ACC.
Lima shooting. Ball there was met at near post by Lima, who did a really good job of controlling that one off her body, and in one sort of motion, fluidly shoots and doesn't hit the target, but certainly made the most of what we would call a half chance.
Yeah.
Kaylee Noble and number 11.
We've talked
McKenna
about
McGill.
Lima in and around the goal. She's so dangerous in the areas, and she's hungry to score. Especially this season, you just see she's got the fire under her to just go for goal, and has been relentless in pretty much every matchup for the Bears. And I know I have no doubt that she's not satisfied with just 4 goals this season. I feel there's lots coming, and potentially another one, or who knows more today. She's already been on the ball near goal, has had a couple opportunities that I think she's not too happy with, but a good sign to be getting close to goal early in the game. There'll be more to come for sure.
You mentioned Florida State, Keely. You should know that the national champions, Florida State's women's soccer team from last year, had a Bermudian on the team. I'm from Bermuda Keels. And Leilani Nesbitt is actually from Bermuda, my homeland. And she now plays for the Chicago Red Stars. So she's graduated now, so they won't get a chance to play against Leilani. But Florida State, amongst many teams in the ACC, have a really great program. And it's going to be an exciting time of ACC soccer.
Good little deceptive decision there for Ransom. They're someone that has been a leader on this Cal State Fullerton team and has been recognized throughout the Big West for what they've done in goal. And I think that's not just with shot stopping, but also the composure and stuff as well, just on the ball.
It's an opportunity here for
Fullerton.
Could be a shot here. Shot. She's caught offside, and the ball went wide. But a really good build-up from left to right. Opportunity there that was not fully taken. She was offside, but the movement and the build-up was something I think to note.
Yeah, that was the shot there by Gracie Raymond. I'm sure she wants that one back, because just even offsides, obviously, that's always a frustrating one as a forward. You're trying to push that line. Sometimes you get caught, but also the shot just definitely a little far right off target, but she's newly entered into the game, already looking to try to make an impact. We've seen some sparks from this Fullerton front line that we've heard a bit about, so we'll see how they continue to build on that.
Golden Bears seeking to build. Skylar Briggs willing to use strength. It's funny, you know, when you watch Skylar run onto the pitch, she jogs on, head to, you know, she's got this little saunter onto the pitch, but she does not run away from a tackle, right?
Not
it's
at
like,
all.
don't let that little pregame jog into the field think that she's a pushover. She looks for the opportunity to get stuck in.
That she does. And don't let her size fool you either. For her small frame, one of the toughest tacklers I've played with in my career. And you would not guess it by looking at her. The height combined with the smile can be deceiving, but she's been a staple in this Cal back line for many seasons for a reason, and that's definitely one of them. This ball just squeaks past Boone there. Briggs is ready to clean it up.
Good control there by King. Her pass wasn't as great as her control, but good work nevertheless. The Titans looking to build themselves. Instead, ball's played over the top. Boone's looking to be in control. Plays it off of the attacker there and out for a goal kick. We're in the 41st minute. This first half is nearly over. We only got about 4.5 minutes to go. If you joined us late, the score is 0-0, 0-0 between California Golden Bears and Cal State Fullerton Titans. It's been a good match so far. Keely Roy here, Dr. Ty here, with her, partnering to bring you this Thursday afternoon soccer match in what can only be described as a beautiful environment. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful pitch field. Good looking build up there by Cal State, who are trying to crack the score sheet before the end of the first half.
That's always the goal. Coming into the last couple of minutes, you love to go into the half with a goal. They get their third shot of the match on target there, but just not quite enough to beat McManus. She's coming off a great weekend as well in net for the Bears. The UCLA graduate transfer made her first career collegiate start between the posts for the Bears on August 25th, and she had a career-high 7 saves in that 1-1 tie against Gonzaga the last time we were at Edwards Stadium. So
that was a pretty barbecue chip from Skylar Briggs. Eat your heart out. That was class.
I'm liking what the Bears are showing here. The buildup is looking really good. I think it's just that last little touch is what they're kind of maybe missing even at times. But other than that,
Asha McLean battling to win the ball back.
Very
Leontini to Briggs. Briggs to King.
Oh.
King beats her defender there for just a little shimmy.
Oh. Ref's gonna pull out a yellow there for number 32, Janae Perez for the Fullerton back line. Felice King, a tricky little move there to get around her, but just clipped the back of her heel, kind of slowed her down, and that's a good spot by the referee to notice that kind of disrupted the run of play. Therefore, best to call that one back.
Yeah, no twinkle toes. Quick movement there.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for the Bears. You know, last couple minutes of this game, never a bad spot to be, whipping a ball into the box right here.
Coach Neil McGuire looking on. Leontini plays it short. That's played there to King, who turns it towards goal.
It's a good opportunity there for King. That's a tough ball. She's kind of facing away from goal with pressure, but able to swing her hips around and get a pretty decent shot off. And although the keeper Ransom was able to grab that one, it was bobbled a little bit. Kloss was running on, but Fullerton able to keep that one from anything too serious.
2.5 minutes to go. Lima with pace and in pursuit of another effort there, trying to get another corner before the end of the half if possible. King is looking to marshal it out, but instead it's saved. King plays it back to Briggs. Briggs looking to cross. Cross eludes multiple defenders.
Almost could have been something dangerous there. That ball just bounced in a kind of a weird way and escaped multiple people on the Fullerton back line, but not able to find a teammate for the Bears.
What could have been a promising counterattack move for the Titans was cut out, but they were looking to also see if they could get on the score sheet before the end of the half. Boone, just no change of pace there. Just smart play there, Boone.
Boone not to be left out from the dribbling herself, even if in the back line. She's got some skills for sure, and she loves to show them off when she gets the opportunity. And Coach McGuire is pretty gracious about letting his center backs kind of have a go at it when they're feeling it. So
1 minute remaining
love
in
to
the
see
half.
that for her. In the last minute, we'll see if anyone can get one last shot or opportunity off here.
Lima plays it nicely to McLean.
Ooh, that was almost could have been a really good opportunity for the Bears there. Give and go from McLean to Lima, back to McLean, and then just good defending from the Cal State Fullerton back line to cut that one out with a sliding tackle.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's halftime with the score. Golden Bears nil, Fullerton nil.
The score is 0-0 at the half. Interesting half there. Both teams tough.
Far. Anything you're excited, looking forward to, Dr. Ty?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to somebody taking the game by the scruff of the neck and saying, I want to win.
I'm looking forward to one of your goal calls, so I hope someone does just that.
Listen, I anticipate that there will be one, Keely. Both of these teams, have an opportunity to, really solidify, the beginning of their season, and I don't think either team will be satisfied with a draw, and so I expect that there's going to be some goal mouth action.
Yeah, not satisfied for sure. So you can definitely count on the fact that there will be strong efforts to get shots off, get balls in the box. Seeing a little bit more of this direct style again from both sides, which is something a little bit newer for the Bears, but I think it at times works well for them. And when you have someone like Lima and a lot of speed across your front line with King, with Wright, a ball slipped in behind at a good time, it can be quickly turned into a dangerous attack. Here's Lima right now chasing one down in the far right. I know she's not satisfied. You could see in the first half she was disappointed to not put the two chances that she kind of had away. So you can be sure she'll be working hard on and off the ball to get one here in the second half.
Ball into Von Flescher. Finds Lima, who shoots inside of her boot. Ball flies over the top of the net. But good looking layoff there by Von Flescher.
Yeah, cheeky little kind of side slip ball into Lima running in, and I guess she must have heard us talking about her. She wanted to reassure us she's on the same page on the field, so sure more to come from her. An exciting senior year for this Cal squad with a lot of seniors, and Lima being one of those who I feel like still feels like she has a lot to prove and a lot left in the tank. Looking really healthy so far this season. Ooh.
Dangerous opportunity. Fullerton.
Ooh.
Faking. Looking for an option, a way to shoot. Not enough space.
Just couldn't get a shot off there. I feel like
Look out, Keely. Look out, Keely.
Let me not get chatting too soon. Lima almost got around the corner again on that one. I feel like with what Fullerton has going with Noble and this front line, they got to get a shot off there. They have the capabilities. Both players on the ball there, good with their feet. Looks like they may be hesitating. I think you got to just try to whip that ball in earlier while the Cal back line's a little unorganized. Ooh.
Offside called there. Renson had it under control anyway. The cross that landed in Renson's hands. Throwing in for the Titans.
Titans looking to build on that right side attack, which pretty formidable for them with Keelan Raybon and Keely Noble, kind of two of their main attacking forces working together on that right side. Here's Noble right there.
Ball played into Lima, who turns and has created space.
That breakaway speed is incredible.
Opportunity she may shoot from here. She's shooting.
Ooh. I was surprised by the choice to go for the long shot, but I actually think not a bad idea there. Ransom's able to get their hands on that one. Here comes Fullerton, though, not to be outdone. Looks like our prediction was right. We've seen quite a few opportunities so far from both teams. Aggressive coming out of this half.
That's a dangerous cross. A cross come shot, really. Ball nearly landing in the back of the the left corner there.
Yeah, dangerous little look for the Titans, keeping McManus honest and on her feet there. It's been a good little matchup so far between Lima and Townsell. Townsell's wearing the number 21 for the Titans, Carly in 12 for the blue and gold. Both players had a lot of success last season, and I think a well planned out matchup there on behalf of the Titans to have Townsell kind of try to cover Lima there, who's been really dangerous so far for the Bears. McManus gonna run back on that one. No rush.
One flasher, one touch finds Lima, who just uses some good footwork to make space, and then find Wright, who's creating an angle to whip the cross in. A little bit too close to Ranson. This is, again, a quick restart and turn in the other direction. This is promising effort for the Titans. Ball squared.
Good work from the Cal back line. Started with McMahon. Great tackle to stop that. Pretty much almost a breakaway there, and then Briggs with a tough tackle to clear that one out, but it's not enough. Titans are back in, entering into the box.
A lot of the best work, attacking-wise, for the Titans have involved McKenna McGill. She seems like just work rate. There's an urgency that she plays with that makes her a danger. If you're a Golden Bears defense, you have to keep your eye on her. She looks like she's part of a two-headed attack in the forward position in the second half. And I would not be surprised if we call her name at least once or twice more in the second half.
No doubt. She was named to the 2023 Big West Women's First Team last season. Looking to build off that in her 2024 campaign, the junior from Huntington Beach, California. Strong presence for the Titans up top, and big presence in this match so far. Cal's now looking to kind of build back into their attack as well after being a little quiet. That'll start with Lima, to no surprise. Thought that might have been a corner, and then ref said play on. Oh.
Shot from Daly. Not a bad athlete with her left foot. Daly, a player I enjoy watching. I describe her, she's a neat midfielder, just tidy, tidies it up. You may not notice if you are looking for a lot of flair and just a lot of fluff, right? She doesn't do. She makes it look simple.
Yeah,
she makes it look simple.
She truly keeps the game simple for the Bears, and in that 6th position, I think that's an understatedly good quality. You don't need your 6 to really be doing too much. It's a dangerous area on the pitch for counterattacks. She is good in cleaning up balls, switching the point of attack, and just been a steady presence for the Bears this season.
Lima squaring, knocked around by Bonflasha. Try to find right. Leontini trying to get in on the act.
Seen a little bit more aerial play from the Bears today. Ball's been on the heads of a couple Bears players so far.
Briggs squaring.
Ooh, good opportunity
ball there. Noble running onto it. Again, asking questions of Campbell Carroll.
Good turn there by McKenna McGill. We've been talking about her. She's been a strong presence now, kind of working in that midfield role for a second there. Her and Noble together are a good threat for that Fullerton front line, the duo.
And the recurring theme from the first half, if you missed the first half, the Titans had 6 corners in the first half. And within 10 minutes of the second half, they've added another one.
Yep, 7 corners for the Titans, 4 shots. For the Bears, they just have one sole corner, but 11 shots, and it's still 0-0. Don't let the score sheet fool you. Ooh, good ball in here. Good clearance from Daly.
But only as far as a shot effort there by number 19, Isabella Contreras, defender. We've talked about this in other broadcasts, Keely. When you're defending, the ball comes out to you in that range. It's an opportunity to have a crack, right?
I think you have to have a crack. I mean, the opportunities are few and far between. Why not take one? One thing I was telling my defending teammate, just lean over the ball way more than you think. Because it's going to go way higher than you always think. It's the excitement. You can't help it.
Maya Daly trying to do some nifty, neat work in the midfield there. First 2 or 3 touches worked out, but the last one she ran out of perhaps a little bit of space there, and the pass was intercepted. Bonflasha doing some good defending. Good work.
Work by Bonflasha. Playing out on the left wing this season. Our first time kind of seeing her out there is in this 2024 campaign. She traditionally has played in the midfield for most of her career with the Bears. So a new look for her, coming back from an ACL injury this season.
Yeah, it's so great to see her back on the pitch. In fact, when I watched her start today, it warmed my heart because I remember seeing her run around this track during training, during practice, getting stronger, right, in her recovery process. And so to see her back out there, it's wonderful to see, just a sign of her resilience, her strength, her commitment, and just a wonderful person, wonderful student athlete.
Yeah, truly is a great description of the person and player that she is. And it's one of those injuries that you find yourself sidelined for quite a bit of time. And so to see players be able to come back on the field, it's a special moment.
Alexis Wright for an opportunity there to cross. Leontini was looking like she was going to wind up. Keely, I went to jump in there because Leontini showed us last time that 25 yards, 30 yards, or 22 yards is not too far for her. But instead, she passed that one out to Alexis Wright.
I thought she was going to crack it. I was ready.
Substitution for the Golden Bears, returning number 13, Belize King.
Swing that out.
She replaces number 8, Alexis Wright.
Good cross from right there. She'll exit the match as King enters, but ball out for a corner. The Bears' second of the day. Leontini looks like she'll be on the kick for this one. Seen her kind of evolve more into her role with this new team as this games have worn on. Oh.
Too short to Daly, who's changing the point of attack and curling it. Golden Bears with hands in the air, asking about potential infraction. Skylar Briggs turned on the engine that one and won the ball, passing to King, who whips it in for a left. Calls of offside from the bench of the Fullerton team. Head coach hands in the air and head lowered as if he's questioning whether an offside should have been called. Referee gives him a little nudge. It's interesting, right? The other thing is the Saudis. You got to enjoy the communication, right? There's so many different elements to the game, right? It's the players on the pitch, but it's also, you know, the coaches in other leagues, the managers, right? The personalities of the managers. Yep. You know, one may be standing and one may be sitting, right? So we have the luxury of seeing all of that from here, and it's great because it actually gives context for what you're seeing on the pitch.
Yeah, it's great from this angle, especially you can really see a great view of the game, but also the sideline as well. See what the coaches are up to, who's kind of warming up, maybe looking to come into the match. It gives us a good heads up to kind of dictate what's could happen next.
It's a good run that was made by Kaylee Noble to run out wide to create space down the center. Pass was intercepted, and now we're going the other direction with Lima, who's trying to just do her best to create space. And here's the space she's created. Can she get the shot off? She isn't able to. It's blocked. 3 or 4 defenders are close to her, as if they realize that she is a focal point in the goal scoring efforts of the Golden Bears.
Yeah, we talked about the impact that Lima has, and no surprise, the Fullerton backline has done a really good job getting numbers behind the ball, especially when Lima is on the ball, and I think that's proved to be a big help for them so far in this half, and a smart tactic, I would say. So look to see what she can do with that. I mean, maybe looking to get more Bears involved to kind of take some of that pressure off of her. Here's Lima again. This time she looks to pass,
space, and she shoots it. That's a good-looking shot. Ooh. And that's an even better save by Renson, raising high with the right hand, pushing it over the top. That ball was aiming and angling for the upper 90, Keely. That was a good shot and an even better save.
Yeah, great work by Lima. She opened up her hips as if she were going to pass, because we had said maybe, you know, she looks to spray the ball after the last one, and then she, deceptive move, kind of cuts back in and rips one with her right, and good save by Ransom. They just got
for the Golden Bears.
Hand on that to tip that over the bar. What arguably maybe Lima's best chance of the match so far in terms of accuracy and proximity to goal.
Asha McLean enters the match for Maya Daly. Corner comes in. McLean seeking to chest that one down.
It's a little bit of 2v1 breakaway here almost with
Kind of McGill. We've said her name earlier.
McGill
using her
Noble.
space and power, creating space. I'm thinking Noble was hoping that she was McGill would square that one to her. It looked like she might have had some space.
I was watching. I was wondering if McGill was going to go maybe try to chip McManus or slip that over to Noble. She opts to chip McManus, and McManus kind of comes up, makes not too difficult of a save on that one. I think the better choice might have been to slip Noble there, who had been on her right foot and was coming into an almost wide open position with Briggs having to slide over. But a good opportunity for the Titans, showing off some of that frontline speed, and again that dynamic duo with Noble and McGill showing a threat, but not quite able to create anything to change the scoreline just yet.
Between them, McGill and Noble, they had 7 goals last year. McGill scoring 4 goals, Noble scoring 3, Keely, and that's a decent return for forwards there. And I'm thinking that they would have probably liked to have added a goal or a partnership after there. It's often, you know, it's a delicate balance, right? When you know, do I pass, do I shoot? I know you're a striker, Keely. I know, you know, you try to be a good teammate, and sometimes, you know, you don't make the right decision according to maybe what your teammate may think, but that's part of the decision making. And Keelan Lima is doing it on her own right now, running to the box, finding Leontini.
She went
to left.
She went for that one with the left too. That one I would have preferred her take the one before that. That was a tough shot. I mean, she kind of got a good crack on it, but just overhit that. So easy to do with the left. You know, you
I think she's more left-footed. She cuts back to get back to her left. And now to her right and cross, and that's a great cross.
good look there by Noble, kind of showing off some of that skill. I thought for sure she was going to cross that initial ball, just a fake. Cuts it back, then goes back. Ball, Bonflasha kind of able to for another throw in.
We're in the 64th minute, folks. Score is 0-0 here in Berkeley, California, in beautiful Edwards Stadium. Pitch is in immaculate condition. Grass is clipped and manicured to perfection. Light breeze, not too hot, not too cold. If you're in the shade, you might want a little jacket, but definitely an environment that you want to be in if you're in the Berkeley or Bay Area. You want to get to a match. If not today, then some point in the future. But if you're listening, watching from around the world, we're so grateful that you've joined us. You listen to the voice of Cal Soccer with Dr. Ty Douglas and Keely Roy. And we are optimistic, Keely, that the huffing and puffing will blow a goal in at some point. Something is coming. Both of these teams have enough skill, and you can see there's impetus. There's an interest. And I think it's going to be one play that maybe clicks, and I don't know if this is it, but Ash McLean seeking to get on the end of that one, but it's called offside.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surprise to me that it's still 0-0 coming into the 65th minute with how many opportunities there have been. And when you look at the score sheet, it really shows that. I think if you're viewing the live stats, you're probably a little surprised that it's still a 0-0 matchup. Both teams, I think, have really been fighting and have been diligent in the back line to keep this 0-0, but Cal has 12 shots, Fullerton 5 shots, 7 corners, so there's been plenty of action in and around the goal area, just haven't been able to find the back of the net, so both teams still on the hunt here.
It's been a substitution. Sale Bosnovic coming on to join the attack, replacing McGill, who gets a breather. Ball in a advanced position for the Titans. Noble doing good work there to maintain possession. Golden Bears trying to clear, but can only clear as far as the outside line here. Keely, based on where the match is at this point, you get the sense that one goal will be really critical.
One goal could decide this game. In the beginning, we were feeling pretty adamant that there was going to be multiple goals, but I think that both teams, very gritty back lines, who've been diligent to not give anything up, and with the way this game has gone, with so many chances and no goals, I think it might come down to just one opportunity. No overtime in this match and no added stoppage time, so the time on the clock is all the time left, and both teams I know don't want to walk away with a tie. This is not a game you want to tie this early in the season, so I'm sure they are both on the hunt for one here.
Keely, if I wasn't in the booth here, this would be the time, and I would be trying to get a Go Bears cheer going.
I know that you would. I have no doubt in my mind.
There must be a home field advantage of your home team, right? Sometimes you just need someone that says in the crowd, you can do it. I don't know what the Titans cheer is, right? Tighten up or whatever they do, right? And if you're good at, when I say go, you say Bears or something, right? I'm thinking maybe somebody in their living room is watching in their car. They might just want to shout out or go Bears or go Titans. Right where you are. Hopefully it can be felt in the stadium here, but the stadium crowd here is actually a little quiet. Yeah. And if I am a loyal fan, I would love to someone to just, give us a little initiative, right? Yeah. You need something sometimes to remind you that the game is being played and we see you. Leontini.
Good ball.
Ooh. Ball's knocked around. Could Boone be in there? Boone's looking for it.
Oh, ref's going to call that one back, but what a grab by Ranson there. Just getting over the top of Boone. Boone actually, I think, hit that almost at the same time that Ranson got her hands on it, and she had to hold firm there to keep herself in safe positioning and hold on to the ball there. Good work by her. Ref will drop this one back with her to kick off. Both teams hungry, but not able to get a clear opportunity. I think this environment actually, you know, it is Thursday midday game can be a little tough. Is probably to the benefit of the Titans. They're coming off a 3-game homestand, so they haven't had to deal with any road pressure and road fans quite yet, and it's been a little quiet in Berkeley.
Noble looking to find space, makes a good cross, makes a pass that then leads to a cross. Yeah, it definitely, at this right now, feels like a neutral environment, Keely. And there are Golden Bears fans here, but you know, there's definitely a quiet crowd today. I think many of the students are in class. That's a
real thing.
That's a Berkeley thing. Folks are in class, right? So there are far less students here and student athletes at this time.
Definitely see more of the student athlete turnout on those weekend games, and I think the Bears are missing that presence tonight. They're going to have to find that energy on the field. Made some substitutions. Maybe that's where you get that energy from. A good way to get some of that, maybe go into your bench, bring in players to give you new energy and just new stamina. It's a long game, especially in a close matched one like this. It's good to be able to get fresh legs on the pitch. You see Asha McClin come in on the left side for the Bears.
Yep. Kaya Othot has joined the match in place of Nobles, whose name we've called a lot. It would seem that both teams are looking for a spark. Both coaches are looking for a spark. Othot is perhaps that spark for the Titans. This is also a time, Keely, you tell me, you tell us, but you also want maybe your bench to start cheering and to be engaged, right? I mean, you might have to be as the bench player a 12th person. What do you think?
Yeah, great opportunity to get your bench involved and maybe get them up and giving you some energy. It's always hard with the midday games. Like you said, school's going, people have homework. They have to go back after this game and maybe write a full essay, which is crazy to think about if you're watching from home. Maybe be thankful you're not in a Berkeley sociology class where they really have your mind working off the field. So, you know, I think it's tough, but these games, like we've been saying, are so important sometimes down the line. These can decide playoff opportunities. And so these are the ones you got to just find a way to grind it out, get a little spark. It might take a special play from someone. You've been big on that call of special people do special things. I think it's going to take that today to kind of pull away from this 0-0 score line that has been so steady.
Agreed. Shout out to Dandytown Football Club in Bermuda, where we borrowed that that phrase. Special people do special things, and you're right. You need something special. Keita, you mentioned maybe an essay. Second day of class, folks are getting essays assigned. Is that a thing?
Having been in these shoes myself, UC Berkeley does not mess around when it comes to the academic rigor, and I've had several classes that have been known to assign homework on that promising. First day.
King, ooh. Just a heavy touch there.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit less from the Bears. They'll look to try to kind of energize themselves here. Lima's been a little quiet. You know that she's itching probably for a goal sometime soon here.
Boone using the angle to push through, make a run. This is an opportunity now for the Titans.
It's a
3-on-3.
That's Ashlyn Gwynn on the ball on the right side here for the Titans. She looks to get around Campbell. Kind of.
Carroll tries to guide her away from the ball.
Good work there by Kloss to get this out to Von Flasche. Cal looks like they're a little outnumbered going forward. They're going to look to get more people involved. Ooh, here's Lima. Lima just so good to keep the ball with her.
I mentioned Kloss, who has the ball again, is a Folsom, California native. Spent some time at Santa Clara and now plays for the Golden Bears. Elise King finding Von Flasche.
Good work by King on that right side. We've talked about how dangerous she's been around the corner, kind of showing off that speed. Again, just not able to find that final connection for the Bears. They're knocking on the door. I mean, 12 shots.
Yeah. Good work by Boone here on that play as well to cut that out. Just neat. Just again, just, you know, doesn't always have to look difficult, but sometimes it is. They just make it look easy. Boone did well there. Good thought there from Lima, looking to find King. That's a good cross. That's good work by King. Ooh, McLean. Over the head kick there. Almost, I wouldn't call it a bicycle, but it was a
half bike.
A half bike.
For sure.
Well, a unicycle?
Yeah, there we go. I like that. I'm rocking with that one for sure.
Returning to the game, number 3.
I think Asha would appreciate the notice on that. That was no ordinary volley. She definitely got up and around that one for sure.
And number 39, Noelle Von Flasche.
She's going out with a bang there. Actually, good opportunity. When I first saw her go for it, I said, this is going to definitely looks like it's going to ride pretty far over the crossbar, but she kind of rounded pretty well. Kind of turned that into something into nothing. Good work around the corner from that right side of the Bears attack. They've been so dangerous. It's just that final action there, just still working on a little more precision.
Asha wearing the pink boots. That would have ended on some sportscast if she had scored that one.
Most definitely.
Good header. Oh, that's a good shot.
Ooh. Oh, the Bears are knocking on the door. That's the 14th shot of the match there. McMahon getting on the action from center back.
That was good technique, Heels.
It was. That was actually from the center back. That looked like a little bit of a dipping volley there. 14 shots, I want to say, from a handful of different players, too. Almost everyone's had a crack at it on the Cal squad today. Coach McGuire's on his feet. He's waiting for one of these to hit the back of the net, and rightfully so. I mean, most games, if you're getting off over more than 10 shots, you're really expecting to land one of those. And they have just been a little unlucky, I want to say, in that a lot of these have been really good goal scoring opportunities. And important to point out that a large reason none of these probably haven't hit the back of the net is Ranson has been so strong back there. Great parrying the ball over their shoulder to just keep things out of the net and out of the main goal frame.
It's an interesting conversation that's happening between head coach Damian Brown and the referee. It looked like he looked like he ran to his pocket a little bit, the referee, like just begin to motion like he was going to give a card, and he did still give one.
You can sense the frustration, on both sides to not be able to get one. And head coach Damian Brown, he's fighting for his team to not have to defend any more set pieces here in this later part of the second half.
Leontini, ball's played into the near post region. Daly.
Briggs says, better safe than sorry, clears that one out as she's the sole defender in the Cal back line there. Good work from Carroll, the freshman, to win the body space and clear that one out of danger's way. In the back of the net here.
Leontini good.
Might have rushed that one just a bit. Was maybe looking for King, I think. Maybe a shot. We don't know. She's got range for sure, but Bears might need to get a little more clean opportunity here if they want to put one away.
We are into the 77th minute. 13 minutes to go, if you're counting. A match that's still evenly poised at 0-0 here at Edwards Stadium, Berkeley, California. Both teams have had goal-mouth sort of engagement. I wouldn't say that there's been any chance, Keely, that you look and you say they should have scored that. I don't know. You tell me. Tell our audience, Keely. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say there hasn't been any missed sitters or anything like that. I just think if you're Cal, you're probably disappointed in having 14 shots and not finding the back of the net. Not that there was opportunities that were blatantly missed, more just you're creating so much to not get lucky and put one of those away is, I'm sure, a frustration, but there's still time to do so, and I think one goal could and likely will be the decider here. Like we've said many times, a tie is definitely not ideal in this situation. You want to walk away with the win. A hard-fought match for both teams so far, and after this fight, you'd love to celebrate with a goal and a victory.
Some good speed. Otho there. Nice change of pace just to put a little pressure on the Golden Bears defense. And then making her way across on the other side of the pitch. That's where preseason training has hopefully come in, where you're able to put in those runs, those sprints, right? And then do it again, and then do it again.
Yeah, in a game like this where you're knotted up 0-0 and it's coming down to those last 10 minutes, this is where you're really got to dig as a player. Some of these players have been on this whole half without a break, and it's like at that minute you're still expected to give 100%, and they need to if they want to walk away with a win. So you see that fitness really coming into play right now. Fullerton making some substitutions to get some fresh legs in up top here.
Felice King is in, Keely.
Ooh.
Felice King making a run. Running at our defender. Continue to run.
Oh, that's a...
This could be an opportunity. What a goal! Go, 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 go! And Bears. Alex Kloss with the finish. The left-footed curler. Kloss the curler with the finish. 1-0 Golden Bears.
If you're Cal, you're ecstatic right now. You see the benches up. They're happy. This is exactly the moment you need to put one away. A huge moment for Kloss and the Bears. She steps up big with a great finish.
Returning to the game, number 19.
So much precision in that shot, just curls it around Ranson there. It was a classy finish. It really was.
Keely Roy, that was class.
It was. With the left foot too, just really, she curled that into that left corner, and not much Ranson can do there. It's just a really well-placed ball and a difficult shot in that she gets the layoff from King, a great decision by King to drive there and then get that ball in a closer area, and then the ball comes to her, it's under her foot. She takes a good touch to get it out and just quickly just bends that one in. A great finish by Alex Kloss there.
Yeah, that was excellent. Not much backlift either. That was the other thing, right? I mean, she generated enough pace, but it was more technique over power. And I think
really
that actually maybe what caught Ranson perhaps off guard, because it wasn't a backlift. It wasn't a big wind up.
She really didn't have time. Like I said, she was under pressure and had just a little time to get a small touch, and really just had to kind of come around the outside of the ball and just perfectly handle her foot to swivel that.
I'm not a golfer, Keely, but I'm thinking that's sort of like a draw or something in golf. Yeah, I don't know if you're a golfer, but just the way that she just,
I'm not,
just
but there's some serious curve
some
on
bend.
that
There was
ball.
some bend. I'm not a golfer. The golfers out there probably would know better than us, but this could be an opportunity for the Titans, though, to equalize. Instead, McMahon is running the other way, charging down the field.
That was McGill on that run there. We've talked about how dangerous she can be, and she's not willing to go down without a fight. Kind of a little bit of a toss up in the box there. She goes down holding her head, and she's gonna kind of jog over to the sideline for maybe some medical help, and they'll stop the clock here in the 81st minute.
McMill has worked hard today, really, really worked hard today. She is someone that the Titans have done some of their best work through, and hopefully that should be just fine. The players are getting refreshed with the opportunity for the pause and play. Golden Bears with their sort of ponytails in the air as they're jogging back onto the pitch. You know, nothing like a goal to lift the spirits of a team.
Nothing like
especially
it.
when you've been travailing for 70-odd minutes to then have a goal really out of nowhere. When I say out of nowhere, it almost surprised folks because, again, the shot was so quickly taken, and it almost looked like she could have been setting up for a cross or a pass.
I wasn't quite sure if she was going to shoot it because she was at kind of a tough angle. I thought maybe she takes a crack at this. Maybe she swings it across for someone else. And right call to go for it herself. And her second goal here in a kind of a short time span. She also had one at USF as well, making an impact in her debut season for the Bears. Klosses.
And, you know, what you want to have on a team, you want to have midfielders who are scoring goals, Keely. It's not just, you know, the strikers that need a score, but, you know, when you're 10s and your 8s, that's the midfield positions, right? And even your 6s, when they can pop up with key goals like this. I mean, that's the stuff of the Steven Gerrards of the world, right? And the Keely Roys of the world when you're playing that little in behind, right? I mean, that's beautiful to see.
It's something that if you're Coach McGuire, you're beyond happy to see so many of your midfield players also getting on the score sheet multiple times over the last couple weeks here. And in the ACC, Cal is going to need that. They're going to need goals from multiple players. And it looks like they're heading in the right direction here.
Leontini curling. Cal have a really good squadron of midfielders, Keely.
Yeah, and a little bit of a new lineup for them. A lot of fresh faces in that midfield group. Kloss and Leontini are brand new to the Bears this season from the transfer portal. And a credit to Coach McGuire. Did his work in the offseason, which is an underratedly important time for teams, especially with how prevalent the transfer portal has become over the last couple years. It's totally changed the game in a lot of ways. I remember when I transferred my freshman year after my freshman season, it was totally different than it is now. I was going into the portal and people were telling me, oh, some teams might not even be checking the portal. You actually have to reach out to them to get their attention and let them know that you're looking to move schools, versus now it's almost implied that every team is checking the portal frequently to see which players might be looking to make a move. And I think that's a new development it's changed things. You see a lot more movement coming out of the pandemic era and the extra eligibility than we've really ever seen. And I'm curious to see how that looks kind of when the extra eligibility post-COVID, when that wears off. This is the last season of it. Do people continue to keep utilizing the portal in such high demand, or maybe it slows back down again? I don't know. I have a feeling it's not going to slow down quite too much here. So I don't know. I don't know if you noticed that at all. It's a big thing, especially not even just in soccer. Football it has changed the landscape of college football. I know you were over at the Golden Bears football facility getting ready for the big match. Any thoughts on that, their upcoming season?
Yeah, well, a couple thoughts. One, I mean, you transferred prior to the name, image, and likeness era, right?
I
The
did,
NIL
yes.
realm. For those who are not familiar with the name, image, and likeness context, that's changed college athletics. So I don't know whether you got the big transfer fee when you transferred, but you may have missed the window.
I was before that era. I'm actually thankful. I think that adds for an extra level of difficulty. But if you ask anyone on a FBS football program, they'll tell you it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So it's a whole new beast out there. I like to describe it as, really.
Just some treatment being given on the field here, and so doing. Just you mentioned the football context. The first game of the season is coming for the Golden Bears, Keely, on Saturday. The Golden Bears will play UC Davis here at Memorial Stadium.
Step
that you
away.
will join us. It's an exciting time on campus. Campus is buzzing. Folks are, finding their way, finding classes, and student athletes and students are excited about supporting each other at various games. And it's just, I had a colleague who described higher education as an
Substitution for
evergreen
Fullerton, returning to
space,
the
right?
game, number
New
3,
energy,
Kaya
new
Ogle.
students.
Yeah.
Replacing
And
number
we're so
32,
grateful to have them
Janae
with
Perez.
us. So grateful to have them with us. Good to see that it looks like there's been a recovery there with Perez back on her feet, making her way off the pitch. Glad to see she's okay. Got some treatment there.
Yeah. Had a couple breaks in this last 10-minute period, and not uncommon as you go into a game. Like I said earlier, these are long matches, especially when they're 0-0. You're asking athletes to really work hard in these last couple of minutes, and that can
Substitution for Fullerton,
sometimes
returning to the game, number 13,
lead to
Sale
inevitably
Bozendich.
injuries and whatnot.
Replacing
And
number 11, McKenna
can get
McGill.
chippy even just at the end of games as it starts winding down. These are crucial moments. Everyone's looking to either, if you're Fullerton, you're looking to get one last opportunity to get one in, or if you're Cal, you're looking to keep the ball out of the net, and both those things can lead to some increased physical battles. And see the ref, he's been active today. He's been all over the place, and a lot of whistles we've heard, but not a surprise in a 0-0 match, really.
Fullerton head coach Coach Brown looks to be turning the screws, trying to find the right combination to get that equalizer. He's brought on Sale Bozendich, on for number 11, McKenna McGill. Simovic, San Diego, California native, San Diego High School product.
Yeah.
Leontini, number 22 for the Golden Bears, out of Danville, California, from Monte Vista High School.
There's
85th
Kaylee
minute.
Noble. There you go. Oh, whistles up again.
Keely, at this point, Keely, 85th minute, you've had 15 shots, you've scored 1 goal. What's your strategy if you're a player on the pitch at this time? I mean, I'm thinking the coach is going to give a directive, but would you be thinking having a particular mindset or thought process if you're playing for the Golden Bears and for the Titans? What are you thinking with 4 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go in a match like this?
If you're the Bears, I think this is definitely a time management situation. You're trying to run the clock down a little bit. It's getting into those final minutes. I think game management is crucial here. With the senior leadership the Bears have, they should be familiar, having been in these moments before, and I think that's your best bet. No need to really go for a true another opportunity here, especially like you said, 15 goals and only converting 1. They got their moment, and I think just try to keep. They've been strong in the back so far. If you're Fullerton, though, there's still time to get one, and you want to push the ball, and they're definitely doing that.
Yeah, you got to be disciplined at times like this.
And that you see it right there. I mean, Fullerton, they're not backing down. You got to go for it in this moment. I think if any moment it's anything inside the last 10, you're trying to maybe push someone into your next line almost and whip the ball into that back area as much as possible. Good work by McManus there. And
yeah, good work by Boone as well, sacrificing her body to just guide it, just to make sure that it was covered. That's one of those ones, there's no time for miscommunication there.
There's not, yeah. Crucial moment.
Ooh, the pullback.
I like the idea there, and that
Bozendich.
falls to the Bears, though. Good defending.
Bozendich looked like me on that one. That was one of my go-tos, the pullback. I had a little pullback in my
Really?
bag, Keels.
I didn't know you had that in your bag,
I had
Dr.
a
Dad.
pullback, Keels.
Ooh.
Simovic.
Good ball
Carly
there
Lima. 88th minute, 87th minute. Steal with blistering speed.
Good
Probably not her
decision.
25th minute
Yeah.
speed, but when she's made the number of runs that she's made this match, you want your striker to be able to put them under. And really, it's not really about even trying to have a goal scoring opportunity. Though you are welcome to 2-0, right? 2-0 cushion. You really want to just maintain possession. And Carly clearly is trying to do that. You even saw on a previous play where she took the ball to the corner flag. That's that's what you describe as a professional display when you're a
Yeah.
soccer player in the 87th minute and you're up 1-0.
It's that game management that you don't really hear talked about much because it's not the exciting side of the game, but it's very important to be able to know how to close out a game, especially a close one like this.
Maya Daly,
Oh,
good
good
work.
work by
Back
Daly
heel.
there.
That one will test your hamstrings as well, Keely, right?
Yes. Yeah, the Bears have been good about trying to kind of stifle this Fullerton attack and clear balls into far and wide spaces and make the Fullerton back line chase them down under pressure from Lima as well.
Lex is right. Clearing the ball. Assistant coach there, Corey Callahan, motioning to get down, move the team back down in the Fullerton end there. Coach Core, and she's affectionately known as a goalkeeper coach, but also does so much more. As an assistant coach, she is a trusted advisor and
Truly.
leader, and just a wonderful person. You know, just a soul-to-the-earth person. I think her mom watches often. Hope that mom is watching and cheering on her daughter as she supports our Golden Bears, or the Golden Bears.
Yeah, a lot of good goalkeepers have come through this Cal program throughout the years, and I think that's a testament to the goalkeeper coach that she is and the person she is to be able to bring in such top-level recruits and continue to improve them. Angelina Anderson, notably now.
Ooh, that's a free kick in a dangerous area, Keely, and
Referee's going to signal for the
Yellow
yellow
card
card
shows
on
the Golden Bears
Leontini
number
there as
22,
well.
Julia Leontini.
Coming into
Yeah.
this in the 79th minute here.
Keely, so they have a free kick specialist or two that they claim.
They do,
The notes
yes.
suggest, Keels, that, you know, in our research, and I don't know if Cruz is standing over the ball, but Bella Cruz
It looks like
is a free kick specialist.
it is Cruz standing over the ball. Yeah, wearing the
Yeah.
number 10 jersey. It's her and Olivia Pereza, but it looks like Cruz is going to take this one. She is known by them as their free kick specialist. See what
First,
she can
scored
do.
a first goal of the season on a free kick against Nevada. That one there goes into the bottom of the wall.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan was on that one. Here comes Fullerton now.
Danger. That's a huge sigh of relief for the Golden Bears. If you're a
It
Titans fan,
is,
you're
it is.
frustrated there because, you know, there's not a lot of time, and, you know, to be deep in the Golden Bears defensive third with a minute to
1
go
minute.
is where you
1 minute
need
remaining
and
in
want
the
to
half.
be.
Yeah, I think if you're a Titans fan, you're probably a little frustrated with the execution of that free kick, and then to lose the ball in the end line there. Unlucky for them. That'll give the Golden Bears a chance to restart. Referee is going to award another foul
This is
here.
those moments sometimes where you may even send the goalkeeper forward. I don't know whether we'll see Ranson come forward and get in the fray
Yeah.
with, you know, 36 seconds to go. It's not a lot of time. But instead, it looks like they are
it looks like
still
they're opting
having.
to keep her back. I'm actually surprised they're not going to send her. Oh, okay, here we go. They're going to send their other center back forward. I was going to say, no need to keep any of your defenders back at this point. Oh, and it looks like we're going to have a stop and play, as I think that's Boone, the captain, and wearing the yellow armband there, goes down before the play. Ref's going to sort that out and say resume play here. Ball's whipped in to that back post.
Good cross, and that's a
McManus.
important punch by McManus.
Critical touch there to
Oh,
get
that's
that
a
out of
really
the way. Ooh,
unfortunate touch there by the Golden Bears.
10,
almost
9,
led to
8,
something there for the
7, 6,
Titans.
5,
Coach McGuire would have
4,
wanted that ball to be
3,
punted deep,
2, 1.
as far away
0.
as the goal, but it worked out.
That
It
ends
worked
today's
out.
match with the final score: Golden Bears 1, Fullerton 0.
Sigh of relief for the Cal fans in the building as they mount a little bit of a cheer.